Right, welcome to the walk as promised. Very windy, the weather's not what it forecast to be fair, but it's not going to stop me. And as you may be able to see there, we're by the dam of the Alwen Reservoir. And I'll show you the route we're taking. That's where we are now. And we're going to be going all the way around here, all the way back, and we'll end up back at the dam. And it's 7.2 miles. It should take about an hour and a half, and it's 150 metres. I think that's in elevation, something like that. Now, this dam was built by Robert McAlpine and Sons, and in 1911. I'll show you now. It was built also by the Corporation of Birkenhead, because we supply the water from here to them. And there's the info. Stayed by the first stone was laid by Alderman Henry Bloor, and there it is. So you can pause the video if you want to read that. But we've got a walk to get on with. So we'll end up back here. As you can see there, it's very popular with fishermen. I used to fish here myself. There you go. Good luck, mate. I hope you get something. It's quite a well marked path, and as it says here, a multi-use track. Walkers, cars and bikes. But I think that means push bikes. Mountain bikes as they are now. Blue skies ahead. Hopefully. But since I've been here last, there's a lot of trees being brought down. But they do plant, I think, more than they take down these days, so that's good. It's a nice walk. It's quite warm today, even though it's windy and a bit cloudy, as you can see over there. We've had a few showers, but yeah, you can see the lake reservoir, and I've noticed a lot of fishermen and fisher women, maybe. It's a very popular spot. Not far away from here is the Llyn Brennig, and that's bigger than this. Lovely walk. Got my walking shoes on today. And, I haven't brought a waterproof. This is waterproof, but this jacket is windproof and showerproof. So, but when you're moving about, you're quite warm. Yeah. So you can see all the new trees here growing. All these small ones. Load of them in there. Now, whether they're planted, I don't know. But keep going. Look at that for a view. So I was saying, I apologise about this wind, but it's quite open here. We're on the top of the Denby Moors in the Hiraethog Mountains, and right in the distance, that's where we're heading, and we'll end up that side over there, you see. Oh, the sun's shining lovely. What I was going to say is the walking past this, the size of these. Yeah, just give you an idea how big these are. Right, there's my hand. Don't know if you can see that. What I'm going to say is the smell from this wood, oh, it's fantastic. Really nice. Right. See, even there's buildings out here. I think that's something to do with or it used to be yachting or boating club or something. It looks abandoned, but it's not. Not sure what they call them, but they just walk on water sort of thing, as you can see, skip around. That's the wood stack we've walked past earlier on. We've come sort of down and up this path. I was going to say, you can hear the bird song in here. Beautiful. It looks like they've stopped vehicle access through here. Yeah. So it's just walking and cycling. Which suits me down to the ground. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly, but it looks like foam on a piece of grass, and people call it cuckoo spit. And there's a lot of it about here. Don't see any more. Loads of it. And the thing is, it's nothing to do with the cuckoo. And you'll hear the cuckoo in May. And I never heard it this year. But that is from an insect which apparently lays its eggs in that sort of foam and attaches it to the... So yeah, always known it as cuckoo spit, but nothing to do with the cuckoo. Sounds like the RAF are back. Do a lot of practice around here and over Snowdon and the Mac Loop. In fact, there's a place called the Mac Loop in Snowdonia, and people go with video cameras, photography cameras, to take pictures of them as they fly in through the valley. Hear it? I'm just waiting to see if he'll come back for you. Here we go. Oh, there he is, over there. Hell, they're fast. And loud. Fantastic. We've just come from that way. There's a road that way. We're heading that way. But what's interesting here, and it is breezy, I'm sorry, is these old buildings, what's left of them. I don't know if they were houses or some sort of farm outbuildings, which is more than likely for the shepherds and things. but it's nice to see. And I've always said this, if places like that could talk, amazing. Oh, there we go. Says exactly what they are here. Merry Nights, Welsh Bard. To listen to that, I was born in the now ruined house beside the track, 1841. Glad to see it. Don't know if you can see that, but you can pause it. There we go, very interesting. Make a lovely Christmas tree, that, in a mansion. The only thing with these woods, I mean, they're very nice, but it's very dense. You know, it's not a place you can walk in, as you can see there. Very thick, and you know, just they're not meant to be. These woods are here as a business, really, and have been for decades. But the smell is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The wildflowers, lovely paths, bird song, fighter jets. That's why the birds are so good, I think. But flowers here, beautiful. As you can see, even the bumblebees are here. Or honeybees, I don't know, I can't see. Nature is beautiful. Also here, it is breezy, there is deciduous woods, as you can see. So actually that is a cracking little spot. That's interesting for future ventures. It's going to sound silly again, but another thing I love walking like this on your own is just the sound of the trees in the wind. You can hear that. Just a gentle breeze rustling the leaves. Little things, I tell you, little things. Just spotted some activity which is associated with badgers, and that is an old log being ripped, clawed, because they do that to get at larvae, bugs, grubs, that sort of stuff. Didn't think there'd be any out here, but obviously there must be. But another thing they do, and I've seen this, or the remnants of it, not seen them actually do it, is they'll dig out a bee's nest, especially a honeybee nest, in the ground or wherever, in the wild, you know, for the honey, because badgers are immune to the sting. It doesn't bother them at all. So, very useless information for you. Just come from that way. Just looking at this section here, looks like it was quarried. Very small, but this has been quarried years ago. dug out. This bank would have come probably to the road there. Oh, you know, there's no road as was years ago, but that's definitely been quarried there. And the reason I mention it is because I always think of, I love history, anything historical, and on walks like this when you see things like that and then you've seen those old buildings I pointed out, or the remnants of them, and you think, well, did they get the stone from here? You know, little things, try and put two and two together really, but normally make five, but you never know. Anyhow, sorry to disturb you. Carry on. Right, time to turn off. As you can see there, listen to the birds. One of those moments I don't want to be anywhere else on this earth. What a beautiful place. Absolutely honoured to live so near and amongst this lot. I'm going to have an early dinner. I've got my butties in the bag and a drink, but I could have them here. I wish I but I want to go a bit further yet. A bit too early for dinner. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we've just come out the woods and beautiful. Beside the reservoir again. Well marked paths and waypoints, markers, you know. Another building, or the remnants of it, ruin. Gable end. There's some building sort of stuff there, walls, see, which would have surrounded the property. So there you go. Here's some information. A lost way of life. Orland Farms. You can pause that if you want. That used to be the old bridge going across and then up to that style, but they've moved it many years ago, just further up here. So there. Right. Do you remember that woods I was telling you about, the creepy woods? Well, you can hold my hand if you want, if you're scared, but I'll show you them inside, but I'm gonna, as I say, I'm gonna do a video mainly on this, walking through, if the light picks it up, so we'll see. Creepy woods. Nice view again in the distance. Right. If you want to get your mam, go and get her now. Pause the video and go and get your mam. Ooh. Hey. This is where all the murderers and all them sort of people hide out. Well, firstly, I must say, this camera does it no justice whatsoever, because on that screen it looks as bright as a bloody, like I've got backlights. Look at it. But I have seen it, to be fair, I have seen it a lot darker than this in here, mainly in the winter. Yeah, it doesn't feel as bad maybe today. That's looking where I've come from. But sometimes, like I say, in the winter it's dark. It's very overcast anyway, and real funny feeling. But there's a lot of bird life in here. You can hear them, but we've made it out. There's the that's where we head out. So we survived creepy woods, ghost woods. What do they call them? The creepy woods, yeah. And I did a bit of a GoPro, see what we can do with that. Make it atmospheric. It's only a bit of fun. Something you don't see every day. An old cattle truck or trailer. Must belong to the farm over there. Nice. Over in the distance, if I can pick it up, is the Snowdonia mountains. Just bear with me. There they are. Not sure you can see. That's way, way away. So that's where we're going to head over now. That bridge. And we're at the furthest point now. And then once we cross that, over the reservoir is very low as well. And we'll head up. You can see there's a path up there. And we'll head up and back round then, back towards the dam. So at this point, and again I apologise about the wind, but at this point we are about halfway, about three and a half, just over 3.5 miles, and yeah, Alwen Reservoir. Fly fishing only beyond this point, both banks, which they mean this side here. No swimming. Guys, I wasn't going to. Here we go. Right, that's where we've come from. Past a couple there. There's a nice shot of the reservoir into the distance there. Fantastic. I'm not sure, but that could be an old ruin, old building there on the hill. Can't quite see it. But if I turn round, what you can see is the haunted house. Right. There it is. High on the Hiraethog Mountains. It's a abandoned ruin now. Haunted house. Gwylfa Hiraethog. Past that on the way home. And we're back inside the woods again, on the other side now, and so far the weather is superb for walking and very protected from the wind. The open bits are quite windy, but can't complain. Right, I'm going to stop in a minute. There used to be a table and chairs down here, but maybe not no more. I'm going to stop for dinner, for my dinner. My butty box out. So that's where I've just come from. Just had dinner, and I gotta say it again. If I'd have had that at home, it'd have been very tasty, but there's something about being outside. And obviously you're working in the fresh air, walking, so you really enjoy. And what a lovely view to have dinner. Just round that corner it is, but maybe you wouldn't sit there in the winter. But these are different paths. This is the walking path here, and that's for cycling, for the bikes, it says on here. See, the walking sign is that way, and the bike is that way. It's very nice. Right, we're back at the dam. Now, the official route, which I'll show you now, just bear with me, comes here. You'd come out there and then onto the dam, but I've extended the walk a bit. I went on another path. Instead of turning off in the woods, I carried on, so it makes it about 8 mile, not 7. Well, it's just over 7, but it makes it about 8 miles, somewhere around there. And yeah, it's nice. See all the fishermen. Passed them earlier. Wonder if they've had any. I've eaten many trout from here. Yeah, fair play to them. And that's where we've been, right down, well, further now, you can't see it. And as I said, when I started the walk, we were by the dam there, and we're coming to that now. So that is it. I've done the Alwen Reservoir walk, which is officially just over 7 miles, 7.2 miles I think. But I was trying to get out the wind. Like I said, I made it about 8 by just going off course a bit towards the end, and very pleasant it was. Really enjoyed it. So hope you did too. Thanks very much for watching, and if you're watching this Friday, I'll see you tomorrow, Saturday, in the Hot and Spicy. See you then. Take care.